Hey everybody, welcome to Hangin with the Hunns. Tonight we are going to update you on our progress towards van life. I don't know if you know us. If you don't know us, if you're new to the channel, I'm Todd, and this is my lovely wife, Carrie.
Hello.
And we are hanging with the Hunns, and we are in the process of basically selling everything or most everything,
Downsizing,
selling the house, and
going for what they call that
minimalizing.
Yeah, minimalist.
Minimalist. And we have a van. We have a Class B 2025 ProMaster van, and we are going to travel around and do podcast and live life. So
it's kind of if you've seen the movie Field of Dreams, it's kind of sort of like that, minus the
field and the
people.
Baseball.
Well, it's the whole I always think it's build it and they will come. So we got the van, and our journey will come.
If you get the van,
then you'll get the journey.
It will happen. And it is happening, and that's why we're here, because we've been doing podcasts along the whole journey, and we do a lot of other stuff. We do art and music and all kinds of other fun things that are involved with hanging with the Hunns. You know, it's basically what we love to do, and people we love to talk to and hang out with and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, so we need to bring you up to date if you are new here, or
why does it seem like you're so far away? It's like such
I probably am. I'm kind of.
Well,
I was leaving like a big.
I think we usually have pillows too.
Yeah, but I was leaving room for all the puppies because they're all in here today. So
I don't know what Josie's doing.
We only have one on the couch right here. Oh,
got Cricket over here.
There. She's like ninja.
Josie.
And we've got Clover right here, our little sweet puppy, and we can update you on her. Look at that. Look at that face. We can update you on her real quick. So Clover was in an accident about
March,
2.5 months ago.
End of March.
Yeah, end of March. And she broke her jaw in 2 places and broke her leg. And she has been through 4 casts and jaw wires and staples and stitches, and she's in the clear.
Yeah,
she made it through, and she's doing great. She's playing with her sister.
Yep, running around
full zoomies. Yep. In effect, we've been having to kennel her and keep her calm. I don't know how you do that with a Boston Terrier,
it's
but
not
we did.
Been easy. Yeah, that's for sure.
We did, and so she is like almost 100%. She's not allowed to chew on.
Yeah, I won't let her chew on the hard stuff like Kong toy that she used to love chewing on all those. And she'll grab it from her sister, get it from her sister, and once in a while. But I got to take it from her because I don't want it.
Yeah, she'll sneak a couple chews. Yeah. But she has
her soft toys.
Very good. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're
very thankful,
thankful for everybody's prayers and well wishes and help with the financial part of it. So we're very happy she's still with us. So she's going to be one of our little van lifers. Yeah. And then Josie's down there on the floor, her mom. She's being camera shy. So anyway, I think since the last time we updated on our process of towards the van life, that's Josie. She just sneezed on me and sat on my foot.
She wants to come up here next.
There we go. We were starting to sell things and kind of trying to figure out how to do things.
Yeah, and not to mention how it's not as easy as you think it is.
Right. Yeah, we
even when you want to get rid of everything, it's like, where do I start?
We kind of had a plan to film everything, but we figure it's it's such like a I don't know. It's just kind of not spur of the moment, but we don't really have time to plan stuff like the piano. So we had a baby grand piano, and that was one of our big things in the house that we were like, okay, we have to figure this out. So we sold that to an awesome family, and they are loving it.
My daughter was so excited.
Yeah, she was super stoked on it. So they came and they got the dude who got the piano, who moved it, was like a mad scientist. He was like a genius that invented. Impressive. I did a little video short on the channel. You could see this little machine he made. It's a like a stair climbing dolly, and he hooked the piano, strapped it onto this dolly. It's like a long kind of a flat dolly. That thing is amazing. He said it would climb up like 3 stories if he needed to. So, and this with the piano on it, and basically it's like a remote control little cart, and he rolled it right out of the house, down the steps, up into the trailer, and strapped it in, and they were gone. It was like it was no problem at all. Anyway, so it was kind of cool to meet the inventor because he was famous for that. He sells them. They buy them for everything, like refrigerators, getting them upstairs and stuff. But so that was one big thing, and then
because we just kind of we're just like looking around to see what we can part with. Whatever big items we have that we're not using. Of course, the piano was our son used that when he was here, so that could go easily. But I didn't go easily. It took me a while to I wanted to be like sure that we were going to let it go. Like, are you sure there's nowhere we could put it before we?
I wish he could have taken it with him,
but we just didn't really have anywhere to put it.
They're in Chicago, so it's not really. It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, but anyway, so then we just kind of go around the house and figure out what else we can give, and it's just, you have like your furniture that you got to live on, but even that we've thought, we do have 2 rocking chairs now, or 2 recliners. So with that,
and we have a couch that we're getting rid of.
The couch we can get rid of.
Yeah, and so our trash company is lame. They you have to like call ahead of time to request them to pick up anything that doesn't fit in the barrel. So
no,
don't defend them.
No, wait, because I have thought about this, and it really isn't. It's, all I got to do is call, and I'm calling to ask somebody to come pick it up.
Okay,
so,
but what about all the huge piles of stuff they don't put on the?
Okay, so on the list. I just found out something else about that. So we have a dump that you can take it to. If you're able to haul it.
What about the old senior citizen that just got her house cleaned out, and she has a pile in front of her house that they won't pick up?
So they are picky about what they will pick up. You have to call and ask them and just make sure, like, they don't.
They suck.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad that I could just call and say, hey, I have a couch. You want to come get it, or can you come pick it up? I might have a dresser too. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. Well, listen, I must be. I'm probably spoiled because the last company we had before COVID, they would come, and if you put a bed or you put anything out there, anything, fence, anything, right. They would take it all. It didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't have the little automated.
That was the good old days.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. I'm spoiled. I'm old school. I'm from the good old days. I have trouble with change, I guess. So I'm adapting to this new company that I don't like. But anyway, moving on. So the couch is going this weekend, or this Thursday, and then our chickens are going to a good home. So that was one thing that I'm like, okay, we gotta make sure, because we can't have 10 chickens in the van, and it's just not going to happen. So we found a friend to come in. They're going to come and pick them up next week. So that's awesome. next step. And then, so basically, and we're trying to get rid of all the big furniture, and stuff, and kind of minimalizing to where we're pretending right now that we're in the van, day to day, what, like, we're cooking dinner on one burner.
That's the plan.
That's
so
all
we
just
came up with that. You just brought that up yesterday. And so we're like, okay, so we can just use basically the 3 pots we have in our house or pans. It's pretty much similar to what we have in the van. So we just use those, and we do 1 pot meals, or you keep it simple, basically start trying to eat what we would be eating in the van, and using those pots and pans and 1 burner. And
right.
And then it's kind of like our friends that said that they taped out a little space in their living room, and they try to just live within that space for a while to get used to it.
Shout out.
We haven't got there yet.
Dave Vernie.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet. So we're going to start with at least cooking that way in the kitchen. And then I even thought about how we have 2 bathrooms, and maybe we should just utilize 1 bathroom. And
yes.
It's just
that's another thing. So, another thing. Well, that kind of brings me to the Planet Fitness thing. So we have we got
to remodel our bathroom anyway. So
deleted a couple of our subscriptions on like TV, like Netflix, Hulu, Disney. We got rid of those, and it equaled. We got rid of enough of those to equal $25. So we bought a Black Card membership at Planet Fitness, because everyone we've talked to so far, a lot of them buy this subscription to Planet Fitness because they have showers and they have, the ability to work out. Some of them allow you to stay in their parking lot every once in a while overnight. So we've got that taken care of. And I was actually thinking yesterday, we were on the treadmill there, and I was like, you know what? We should just start showering here now. But she didn't like that. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but
I feel like that's more of a necessity, like when we get there. Yeah, and I mean, I get it. Like, we can prepare with the things we could do here at home, but that's
that's
gonna happen right now.
So the next thing we have done is we have started a new series on Hangin with the Hunns YouTube channel. And the series is called Van Livin, and that's not living, that's livin'. Livin, because we love that. And so we are basically doing podcast, and these are new to us. We've never done these. They're like Zoom call podcasts where you talk over phone, and it's really easy, but it's a new kind of challenge technologically.
New technology?
Well, no, because it's like new for me to figure all this new stuff out.
Yeah,
it's the same platform I'm using.
Just a different setup,
but it's a little different setup. You got to have the guest call in and everything. It's pretty cool, actually. It's kind of opening us up to where we can have people that we we've wanted to have on the podcast. We can have them on now. Because
and we can do it on the road.
Yeah, exactly. So
anywhere.
So everything we're doing is kind of leading up to the life we are choosing to to go into, and it's kind of cool how it's all working out.
Yeah, and these podcasts we're doing with our friends that are van lifers. It's kind of cool because it's like you can do all your research, and it can be a million videos that you try to find on YouTube to find what you're looking for. And a lot of times you're not finding exactly what you need to answer your question. Like, I have so many questions, and so I'm like, well, what better way to ask those who are already doing it? And if we already have connections, which I'm so thankful that they're willing to do this with us, and so they can answer our questions, those who have already been doing it. So it helps us feel more comfortable and be prepared, what to look out for and what we're getting into.
And they already have the wisdom of, what we are getting into. So,
yeah.
But another thing that I noticed today is the Van Livin podcast. It's kind of like everyone we're having on the show is they've already done a lot of the topics. Like we have questions that we're asking, and a lot of them have already been done individually in videos, but it's really, it's not hard. If you look long enough, you'll find the videos on whatever this topic is. But it's kind of cool what we're doing because it brings all those like key questions that viewers want to know. Like we're viewers in this.
We want to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's also, yes, for us, it's things we're wanting to know specifically, and then also, yes, of course, it helps those who are maybe interested in doing this too.
Van curious.
Yeah.
And there's people out there that have the same kind of dream and plan that we do. And so that's why we started this podcast. So those people would be able to benefit from this just like we are. So, it's selfish, that we're doing it, but others
it's not selfish. It's
being, I know. Well,
it's for our benefit. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not selfish.
No,
it's it's like I said, I'm very thankful that they're willing to share their information with us, because it's sometimes it's scary to think about, like, at first it's all exciting, and then it's like when you really think about you're really doing this, sometimes I get a little nervous, and then it's like, and then people ask me questions I didn't think about, and I'm like, so I need to ask those questions if I can to others who have done it. So yeah, it's just, I think it's smart.
From they're already doing it, so it definitely sets us at ease with some of the some of the questions we have that are like, like, what do you do with the dogs, when you're doing this or that, whatever, or.
And it's good to know that there's good people out there that you can connect with, so you don't have to feel like you're all alone out there. Right. It's like, you hear that they meet up. A lot of people meet up and do like the van meetups, and they go to the parks together. They might camp together, go to festivals together. So you become part of this community that's really cool. So you don't necessarily feel like you're going to be all alone and just out there by yourself, and they're all over. So you have, you'll have probably a few that in all different parts of the country. So it's pretty cool with that too. Which definitely. I would recommend, if you are van curious, go to one of those festivals. They welcome you, even if you aren't a van lifer or even have a van. You just go for the day and you just meet these awesome people and see what it's all about, and that's kind of like, that's what we did. We did go to one of those, and that's where we met a lot of these YouTubers that we were already watching, and we got to meet them and actually feel like, we're friends. It feels like they're our friends now. I believe that we will become friends even closer once we get on the road, and that's what I look forward to. So it's pretty cool. So
and they have
now it's not
workshops.
So scary.
They have workshops and things where you can learn if you've got questions about certain things, from security to
it's very informative.
Anything. There's all kinds of information at those things,
and we can include some links to some of the, I guess, websites or Facebook pages, or you can look into them, like the Peace Loving Vans. That's one of them, and then that's really the only one we've been to, and we look forward to going to another one that's called like the Skoolie Swarm, and then there's
there's a lot of them.
What's the other one? Van Life. I just know like a few of them. There's a few that I know of, but we can give some information if anybody is interested or wants to know more about it.
Yeah. So and our podcast really isn't about that. It's about more of the philosophical part and the actual living on the road, and the ins and outs, the ups and downs, that kind of stuff, the philosophy side of it. That's what we want to get out there with our podcast, because I don't think that really, you can find out about that at these events, but the events are more for like, the different parts and stuff that go on vans and stuff like that. Yeah,
but the main thing is meeting the people that are a part of it, and then seeing that there is a community to connect with, which to me is really cool. Even though everybody likes to go out and just like be on their own, do their own thing too. So that's what you're doing. You're going exploring on your own, but it's just if you want to meet up, if you want to feel like you're part of something, they're there. But anyway, moving on.
So we had Lance from Boondocking with Boomer on our second episode. Our first episode was Dave Vernie from RoadRunner Living. That was awesome. That one went on without a hitch. It was really good for our first podcast. So, and then Boomer's we had some technical issues, but it was hilarious. But I think it had to do with the fire in Canada because he was calling from Canada. So I think it had to do with that because it was real kind of in and out as far as the
these dogs are getting really rambunctious over here.
That went pretty good, and but then we lost him in the middle of it. So we're going to do part 2, and part 2 is going to be next week.
And then we have a few others that we're working on getting booked.
Yes. So, and if there's van lifers out there, that are doing this full time or even like part timers, and you want to come on the podcast, even if you're just enthusiast,
or if you already have done it, but you don't do it anymore, like say you've decided to retire from that, and you live in a house again, that's fine. We'd love to hear the stories of everyone you did.
So. Yeah, we just want to hear stories about this lifestyle, and it doesn't even have to be a van. You could be RVers. We don't discriminate. One thing that I've noticed already, and we're trying to kind of hone in on the exact framework of our podcast. We don't want it to be too structured as far as an interview. We don't want that. We just want basically our friends to talk with us and
kind of like we've been done with other stories.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to hear their stories. We love stories, and these dogs are going crazy.
They're cooped up in one room.
Yeah, but
and that's another
we might
thing.
As well get used to it. Yeah, exactly. What are you going to let them outside?
Yeah. But it's gonna get interesting.
One thing I've noticed is what's really awesome is the book recommendations.
Yes,
I love those. But first, I've kind of got together some questions that are important questions. So if y'all have any questions that you think we should ask, please comment down below and let us know. What your thoughts are, because I probably miss some good questions, but our main, I think our main question on the the big question of all these stories will be what brings you happiness, and I think that's important to find out what makes these people happy. That's basically the idea behind this, and then we'll find out all the other little details that we have questions for. But book recommendations, I'm hoping we get, if you're a reader, every podcast we're going to try to get at least a book recommendation, because I love reading books, and I just read one. The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter. And let me tell you, this book is a life changer. I've read a lot of books. I have I read Audible when I'm mowing lawns, so I've got a book in my ear all the time. And this book is a life changer. So thank you to Dave Vernie again for this one. And I just finished it today, so she's going to start it tomorrow.
Starting it tomorrow, yeah.
So we'll get her recap when we come back the next time. But that's going to definitely be a book that I recommend, or you probably will too, you know.
We'll see.
In the future. It's definitely going to be on my list. And then we have some good other ones. Paul and Sarah, PSA Adventures. What was it? Die with Zero. Yeah, I think it's Die with Zero. I think so. And that's a good book too. And that book is it's not it was almost like I kept saying, yeah, I'm already doing that.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be hard for me to die with Zero.
There's some good stuff in it though that was like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't think of it like that, or oh, that's a good way to think of this, you know. But it's a good book. It's definitely can change your perspective.
Yeah, and it's more of kind of the financial part of life, which
that's what I mean. Your perspective on finance, so. Yeah.
And then the last one I want to talk about is my buddy. I know him as Nate, but his name is Riverhorse Nakadate, and he wrote a book called Waterlines, and I just found out about it. He told me about it, and I don't know how long it's been out, but I think it just came out because he's doing a book tour now. But that book is amazing. It's another book that just makes you want to, like, if you have wanderlust, you probably shouldn't read it, but because you're going to want to go out, and it's just a great adventure. And
yeah, but that's what people should be doing.
Like, I know. That's
what I want to be doing. And yeah.
I mean, I'm saying it'll probably make you sell everything and just go and leave.
I don't think that is for everybody. I'm starting to realize that. And I can see why it could look crazy. Some people are just, they're fine with what, you know, how their life is, and which is fine. And you know what? I was thinking about that today, and I'm thankful for those who do have the mindset of being different from mine. Because we need those people. Yeah. We need people to you know, stay and, you know,
we don't want everybody doing this, because then all the parking lots and all the campsites will be full. So we don't want that.
But there's plenty of spaces to go outside and do things, though. I mean, I still would encourage to get out and do stuff. Like, I've even been thinking about, and I haven't done a lot of these things since I was young. Thankful for my dad that, like, taught me how to fish. But I've been thinking about that too recently, like how I want to get out and fish. And I don't fish a lot because I mean, if I'm going to fish, I'm going to catch it, and we're going to, hopefully it's, you know, ones that I can, you know, clean and eat, and that kind of fishing. Because I feel like, you know, if you're going to catch a fish, you might as well eat it. I don't like the whole, like, catching and throwing back kind of stuff. I do know that you have to when they're too little, and, you know, I know all that stuff, but
some people, that's funny, because the book, he doesn't eat his fish. He just catches them and just, like, sends them back. It's just
what is the point of that?
It's just the art of fishing. It's just, he loves to fish.
I guess I don't see the art in fishing.
He talks about this restaurant he's in, and the lady's like, "What do you mean you're not one of those people that throw the fish back?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am." But I mean,
like I said, I do know, and I've been taught that if it's too small to eat, you know, you got to throw it back and let it grow. And you can do it in a way where it's not harmful. It doesn't hurt them. Apparently, I mean,
he's probably got a good answer for that. So,
but
I agree.
Anyway,
I'm kind of like the one who, if you hunt, you eat what you kill. And
I'm just not for the whole sports thing. And I know there's people that are for that.
But some people just do it for the love of fishing. Let me say about that book real quick. You have to do it on, you can buy the book, go buy the book and support Riverhorse, but you really should listen to the Audible, because it's his voice. He's the narrator, and he's just got a way with words. He's just a poet. To hear his stories coming from his voice, and, you know, he tells the jokes like he was there. It's really good. And I know from a lot of the books that I've been reading, the narration is very important. Like I just read a book the other day, and it's probably a really good book, but the narrator ruined it. So Waterlines, Riverhorse, Nakadate.
Are you losing your voice?
Yeah, I am. We were sick not too long ago, so that's another question.
Yeah, because I had a friend ask, so what do you do if you get sick? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess just wait it out.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then I was like, I guess that's when you would probably want to get a campground so you can plug in and have some AC and be comfortable.
I feel like they're probably not sick that often, though.
Yeah, so. I think you get more sick when you're sedentary. And
when you're
around a lot of other
working
people.
And stressed out over bills and stuff like that.
But that's interesting to think about. I'm like, okay. Just a couple of things that I was just thinking about today. The main one, I came across an article, and it's funny. It came across an article today as we were like talking about doing a podcast. I was like, oh, interesting that you bring that up, because this article that I stumbled across today was talking about how a lot of cities are getting stricter on people living in their cars, and how, because it's an increase, there's an increase of people living in their cars, and not all of them are choosing to. There's a lot of people that don't have a choice, which we know someone very close to us that is in that situation. Yeah, yes. Exactly. You may have seen him on some of our YouTube videos that we've done recently. Apparently there is an increase of people living in their cars, not just vans, but cars, either by choice or not. So I don't know why these cities feel like they need to crack down and ban people living in their cars. So there's a problem there. Look, I understand, and I just want to talk about it real briefly. I understand that there are people that don't want to see people just parking all over the place. I get that. And yeah, maybe you think they're homeless people and they're going to cause all these issues or whatever. Well, honestly, a lot of people are traveling and they want to keep moving, but sometimes they might just be in your city to stay overnight. And I think that we should be changing laws to help these people. Like, I feel like we need to be, I don't know if there's like a way to advocate, for that. If there's like, I know when we were at the festival, they mentioned something about, fighting against the people that are wanting to ban this, and how do we come together to create this group that's going to try to make changes for the better to help these people? Because if they don't have a choice of where to live, they have to live in their car. Thankfully, they have a car to live in.
I mean, you have to.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Stuff,
So we're, and if y'all have any information, anybody want to comment, hopefully I'm going to do my research too. And I'm going to find out where, what these groups are and see what we can do, because we need a movement. I guess we need a revolution for this. We need to help, because there shouldn't be a problem with people just passing by and staying. I know there's Cracker Barrels, sometimes there's Walmarts, sometimes there's places you can park overnight, but they're not always safe, especially depending on the city. And then they're not always like, you can't rely on it. We need something that's more reliable, and we need more support with our cities. There needs to be some cities that actually support these people, because they're just trying to do what they need to do. Some people actually live in that city though, and they're not traveling, and they might be a nurse. I know I've seen a YouTuber that actually, a couple of them that are nurses, and I don't know how, but I guess they let them park in the parking lot at the hospital
campgrounds.
Some of them actually can stay in the hospital parking lots, in the garages, and that's great. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, if they can help support, they're there to work. They're working their job. They're paying them what they have to pay off their school, and they can't afford to pay off that and to stay in an apartment. So there's those people, and I just feel like there needs to be more of a support system, I guess you could say, for people that are just, they can't afford.
Well, people need to start going to city council meetings and stuff like that and get involved. And, we're
awareness.
We're not involved yet, but we will definitely be involved. And, maybe it's something that we have to start a coalition or something to sign petitions and get stuff out there to advocate for these people, because most of them are not. This isn't like California or New York, where these people are like in tent cities and, you know, doing drugs and stuff. We're talking about people who are just hard times. They still have jobs. They're still making money, and they're productive members of society. They're just in their car for the time being until they find something better. Another thing that I wish the government would do is, when you sell somebody a piece of land, when a person buys a piece of land, let them live on it however they want to live on it. You know, don't put all these regulations like you can't live in an RV or you can't live in a tiny home or whatever.
Yeah, who is that hurting?
It's your land. You know, and that's one thing we want to do is buy land. And
it might be an eyesore for some people, and depending on what neighborhood you're in or whatever, but it shouldn't be if you're not even really in a city. A car on a lot of land
is not an eyesore. But anyway, it's your property. You're buying it. That's another thing where people should
laws
be.
That need to be changed.
I'm not talking about HOA or stuff like that. I'm talking about in the outskirts of town when you buy raw rural land. You should be able to live however you want to. If you want to build a teepee and live in it, or a tree house, you know, whatever you want to do, you should be able to live on your own land like that. You know, I want a spaceship home or a dome home or something like that. Obviously not. There goes my UFO house idea. My gosh. But anyway, yeah. So if you any of our viewers know how we can get involved, because it's not impacting us right now because we're in a home, but that's definitely going to be something
we
that
think about. Yeah, we got to think about that.
You know, impacts us, and
but it's our friends too that are already doing it, and they're afraid to get the knock, or you know, they just aren't really sure. Even if you have those apps, you know, they might say, "Oh, yeah, this is a safe place. You stay there," and it's really not. You still get the knock. It's because not everybody can be trusted with their little, you know, suggestions. But
and we do have something in the works that we are working on.
We're not going to talk too much about it because
it will definitely help the situation out. But it's something that when we get this going in the future, there's going to be, these laws are going to affect what we're doing. So we're going to have to be involved and understand who we need to talk to get these. I'm not saying overturn them, but I mean, at least make it.
We need it to be a little bit more friendly.
Yeah. So
and acceptable and just understanding. Like, there needs to be an awareness that these people aren't just like creeping. They're not just, they're not there to just mooch all the time, like on people, or just be an eyesore.
They're not all drug addicts either, you know. I mean,
some of them actually are working.
I saw a video of a street in New York that had a row of van lifers or people that lived out of their cars, and especially in New York, California, people can't afford a home. So if they have a nice van and they don't mind living in it, and they take care of their little strip, and it was right on a park. And I remember they took care of that area. They cleaned up after themselves, and there wasn't trash laying out. And it was like a little community, and it was super cool. And they regulated and came down on them and made them all leave. So I mean, those people are going to have to find some other places to go. And they had a routine and everything. They all worked. And they were productive.
Yeah, so especially if they're not doing anything harmful to anybody. You know, that's what gets me. It's like, I understand if it's like, you know, you're starting to get a little trashy around here, or there's drugs, you know, stuff like that. I get that. But if people are like working, minding their own business, they just need a safe place to park. And
there's always going to be a jackass that messes everything up for everyone.
Yeah, but there should be something set that's like, okay, you're fine to live here. If they're doing anything wrong, then deal with those people. You don't just say, "Oh, you got to move on," you know. But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna help the homeless, these people are the homeless. Like, but they're the good ones. They're the ones that are like, they're
unhomed,
they're
or whatever they call it,
houseless. But they have their different. They're just living differently. And they're still good people.
Like, I mean, most of the people we know, they want that. They don't want to live in a home.
Yeah.
And we get that. That's what we're trying to do.
They can afford.
So we just need to make sure it's ready and available for people that choose this lifestyle, that they're not getting a knock on their window every night for parking where no one is around and no one is being bothered on the beach or something, that they're not causing any problem. Yeah, it's just an ordinance thing, and it's silly.
Yeah, and so what, you got to deal with one person here and there or whatever. It shouldn't be just, nope, you're not allowed to stay here anymore because of whatever, one or two people, or, it's, we need to work together more. That's all.
Yep. So let us know what you think in the comments, and hit the notification bell, and we've got more really awesome van living podcasts coming up. We've got our guest lined up, and if you've watched some of them and you want to be a part, just message us and we will make it happen. And because that's what we want to do. We want to hear your stories and any kind of helpful information for our viewers that are wanting to be a part of this, or they're curious about traveling and living on the road and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it for now. And stay tuned for our next podcast. We love y'all.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging with us.
Yep. Doggies, anything? No, I think she needs to go out anyway. Yeah. So, peace.
Bye.